question though, or clarification on that, because you said something that kind of raised the hair on the back of my neck here. You said it goes through legal and they're responsible. Now, every lawyer, corporate lawyer I've talked to has said, no, we advise, we don't take responsibility. The content is still yours. You're still making the declaration. We will advise you, but we don't own it. Are you saying for the companies you worked for, the attorneys were the responsible parties, or were they simply a pass-through to advise and maybe make recommendations prior to it being released?
What I'm saying is that the corporate policies clearly defined the responsibility for when to offer information to a regulator and to vet that information that goes to a regulator. So the legal departments control the process and were accountable. Now look,
so they were accountable for the process, not necessarily for the content. So they weren't the ones signing off on the accuracy and legitimacy of the content. They were overseeing the process, getting it from the company to the regulator, correct?
They're also determining when to share information with the regulator, like the notification. Okay. So a CISO independently can't say, I'm going to notify law enforcement, and I'm going to notify a regulator of a particular security incident. That is not in the, that's, at least in my experience, that's not what the CISO is accountable for. The CISO is accountable for bringing that information to the legal organization. And there were very frequent times where I, as a CISO, said, I think we need to tell a regulator, and this is what I think we need to tell them. But that was always vetted and edited by the legal department. The legal department
The SEC, for those who don't know, is an independent federal administrative agency with the mission of protecting investors and their rights. And that includes making sure there is not unfair market manipulations. This is part of their role and mission. And we're going to be talking about the complaint that the SEC has published. Now, the full 68-page complaint is available on their website, and it provides details on all the different claims, especially
going to be a new precedent. Jim mentioned the whole Uber case with Joe Sullivan. That was a fact that they said, hey, we're going to hit you with a 3-year probation. And there's statements that were made is we're going to go after and we're going to do harsher penalties in the future. And so I think this is a chance for the SEC to step up and say, now we're going to implement those harsher punishments. And we're really going after SolarWinds and Timothy Brown on this. I think we need to be careful and not just what I'm going to call check the boxes when we're doing our security questionnaires, that SIG that we always have to fill out. Everybody just kind of goes through the motions and says, yeah, we're doing this, we're doing this. If you start looking at what the SEC filing is about, it really looks like, hey, people were just checking boxes and saying, hey, we're doing this, and they're really not doing it. So we're going to have to start really walking the walk and, saying what we're doing and showing that we're really doing it. It's no longer just a verbal, yeah, we did that, we checked the box. It's more than that. It's really coming down to that GRC, governance, risk, and compliance questionnaire and being really truthful about it, because you're going to be held liable. And it's nothing new. It's just, this one kind of went a little wild, and the SEC is trying to make an example out of him. And I think we're going to have to be careful, because it could go either way. And it could really hurt us as CISOs, or it can give us a better foothold and really be able to go and say, we need these extra tools, we need this extra money, and really get it.